Grace and peace. I am Pastor ReNe'e Teague, and I greet you as a dog lover. I have a dog. I have Big George, the English Bulldog. And Big George weighs in at about 56 pounds. Well, that may have been pre-pandemic. He has to go to the doctor. He may weigh more than that now, if you know what I mean. And everything about George is short and stocky and chubby. His nose is completely flat. His tail is a corkscrew in a pocket, and he has great, big, soft paws. And he's a dog. And my daughter Sally, she has Jupiter, and Jupiter is a greyhound. And Jupiter weighs the same as Big George, but every part of her is as long and skinny as it can be. And she has a big, long nose that the end of it can move. And she has a she's like this. She's completely different. She has this long, skinny tail, and she can run really fast and go and go and go. And George can run really fast for about, 30 feet. He can run really fast. He can catch a squirrel, but it can't be very far away. And you know what? Do you know what Jupiter the Greyhound is? She's a dog. And yesterday, I had a visitor here at Mount Laurel, and he brought his dog with him. And his dog has bright blue eyes and long, beautiful brown hair that bounces when he walks. And his tail has been docked. Now, I would guess that Oakley weighs a little bit more than Big George or Jupiter, but I didn't ask. But Oakley looks completely different with long hair and a soft face and those bright blue eyes. But you know what Oakley is? A dog. A dog. I wish we allowed as much difference among human beings as we seem to allow among dogs. We celebrate their differences. We race greyhounds, and we have all these different things that we do with dogs that can smell and they hunt for things, and German shepherds, that can find people that have been trapped in disaster areas. We don't take a poodle out to do that. We have poodles that sit in our laps or stand on their hind feet and dance around. We don't get English bulldogs to stand on their hind feet and dance around. We have different ideas about what different kinds of dogs would do and would excel at, and we don't expect them all to do everything. We know that God made them each very, very unique with different physical attributes, some that are skinny and some that are fat, some that are long and some that are short, some that have long tails and some short tails, and some brown eyes and some blue eyes, and some with ears that flop different ways. We don't expect them to be the same. We accept them like they are, and we call them all dogs. But when we look at people, we tend to say there's only one right kind of people. And the right kind of people is this certain one with these certain abilities. They have to be able to sit still for a long time. They have to be able to read and read well and do math and do all of these particular things. They have to want to keep themselves clean and their surroundings clean. We think that certain people are pretty and certain people aren't, and that skinny is better than fat and strong is better than weak. And we think that in women, small feet are better than big feet, and in men, big feet up to a point are better than small feet. We are supposed to have tall men and short women. We have all of these things about people that are right and wrong, and I want to know why we can't treat people as good as we treat dogs. What kind of dog are you? Me? I'm an English Bulldog. That's what I am. So I have one. What are you? We read in the Psalms, in Psalm 139, Lord, you have examined me and you know me. You know everything I do. From far away, you understand all my thoughts. You see me whether I am working or resting. You know all my actions, even before I speak. You already know what I will say. You are all around me on every side. You protect me with your power. Your knowledge of me is too deep. It is beyond my understanding. And then in verse 13, you created every part of me. You put me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because you are to be feared. All you do is strange and wonderful. I know it with all my heart. When my bones were being formed, carefully put together in my mother's womb, when I was growing there in secret, you knew that I was there. You saw me before I was born. The days allotted to me had all been recorded in your book before any of them ever began. Oh God, how difficult I find your thoughts, how many of them there are. If I counted them, they would be more than the grains of sand. And when I am awake, I am with you. I think there's a song that we learned as little children that we should remember. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves you just like you are. You're perfect. Amen.